Hey everybody, I am coming making this video message, and I want to talk to those of you who attract a lot of jealousy, a lot of hate, and a lot of irritation and disdain for living a carefree life. Before I get into the video message, let me break down to you all what it means to be a carefree person or live a carefree life. Now, living a carefree life just means you are free from anxiety, stress, significant responsibilities, worries, and problems that a lot of people have. This does not mean that you don't have certain things that you from time to time stress out about. This does not mean that you don't have any problems somewhere in some aspect of your life that you have to solve. It does not mean that there are not certain things or even people that you care about or are concerned about on your mind and you worry about them. It doesn't mean any of that. But the way that a carefree life looks for a lot of you all out here is simply you are not struggling either the way people expect you to struggle, or they are shocked that because you don't have as much or as many of the resources that they do, you are more carefree. So for instance, and this is something that I'll give you as far as an experience that I had at a certain point in my life. As you all know, and for those who are new here, I'll repeat it again. I got married very young. I am no longer married now. I've been divorced. Actually, it just made 14 years on September the 25th that I have been a divorced woman. But I got married very young. And me being a 20-year-old new wife, I was a stay-at-home mother. This is something that my ex-husband wanted me to do. It was discussed, it was planned, and we had everything mapped out about how we wanted the home ran. I failed at a lot of things sometimes because I was also battling depression, and I had a lot of other spiritual issues going on, and there were issues that I had with my parents and things of that nature. But I was young. I was 20 years old. My brain was not fully developed. Okay, so if you have never had an opportunity to date, I had never had a boyfriend, I had never dated, I was fresh and new to all of that. My ex-husband was my everything when it came to that, to my first sexual experience, to being a mom, to being a wife, and trying my best to be the best mother that I can be and run a household. Anyway, from me being a stay-at-home mother, his mother and a couple of other people, they had a issue with the fact that I did not have a job. They had an issue that I can lay around, I can stay at home all day if I wanted, I can sleep as long as I wanted, and I still would look cute. I still would get my hair done, still would get my nails done, my husband would get my toes done, I would do the grocery shopping, I would do the laundry, I would take the kids to school, I would help the kids with homework. But I didn't have the responsibilities that the average married woman or even single woman had. And the hate and the jealousy and the disdain that would come my way was from older women. It was from older, bitter, miserable women. I just got to be honest with you all. And they would compare my lifestyle to theirs. They would make a comparison and say, well, when I was your age, I was married, but I was raised to work. That's how my mother taught me. That's how my father taught me. I couldn't be lazy and sit at home all day. I had to get up. I had to cook, I had to clean, I had to do this, I had to do that. They was always trying to make a comparison when it really is not their business what was going on in my household. Even if I was failing as a wife, if I was failing as a very young wife, let me add that again, it was between me and my husband, not his mother, not uh, other women that knew me in his family or anybody else. And so on today, what I'm saying to a lot of you all out here is that if God has afforded you a lifestyle where you are blessed and highly favored, you are walking in uncommon favor, and your situation is set up to where you can be a little bit more carefree, all I'm telling you all in this message is to not feel guilty because of it. Don't apologize because of it. If you have a husband that wants you to stay at home and raise his children and keep the house clean, and he wants you to be sitting pretty when he comes home, as long as you are doing your wifely duties, or you are working to become the best wife and the best mother that you can absolutely be, then you keep that between you and your husband. Don't ever allow any outside person to come and try to tell you about how you really should be running your household, even if they do get wind of you failing at it. One thing I want you all to also know is that, and this goes for men or women, but I'll more so target women because naturally I am a woman. But now in 2025, a lot of people, they label having a carefree life or being a carefree person as having a soft life. That's a new name and a new tag that they've put on being a carefree person. And so carefree people, you don't explain yourself to people that don't understand why your life is set up the way it is. A lot of people will have a problem with you, and they will even pass judgments against you if you don't work a 9-to-5 job. If you don't have to get up and punch a clock and go to a 9-to-5 job, or you're not working a job where you are doing 10, 12, 16 hours, they will have an issue with that, and they will label you lazy. They will call you trifling. They will tell you you are not a real man. They will tell you you are not a real woman. And people will say these things and have all of these adjectives to describe the type of person you are, because they hate the fact that you have a carefree lifestyle. People out here, not everybody, but a lot of people, they get angry when they see that you may not have to work as hard as they do to get a meal, to get a house, to get an apartment, to get a certain opportunity, to dress a certain type of way, to live in a certain level of comfort. Some people out here, they are stressed out with the fact that either they have to manipulate in order to maintain a household or get a home. They have to manipulate, they have to lie, they have to cheat, they have to steal. They have to do immoral or degrading things in order to get food put in their belly, or in order to dress a certain way, or in order to not be in a place where they are stressed out. Now, it's not for you to look down on anybody, because this is the first thing that a lot of people will go to. A lot of people will go to, well, you know what? That sounds kind of arrogant. That sounds kind of prideful. As quick as God gives you these things, God can snatch it away from you. God can take it away from you. And that is a fact. That's a very real thing. God can do those things. But with the same intensity and energy that people use to try to speak against or come against or even make you the topic of conversation because you have a lifestyle that they don't, they should use that same intensity and that same energy to stay out of your business, because how you are living your life, what you can afford to do, and how you have your home set up, or the privilege that you or your children have, is really nobody's business. So overall, I want to uplift and encourage those of you who are married, those of you who are newly married, those of you who are retiring and you may be young, or you may be about to retire and you might be in your late 20s, you may be in your early to mid 30s, you may be in your 40s, and you do not have to work hard and toil in order to survive and make it. You do not have to do anything illegal or immoral or degrading. People sometimes have a bad habit of comparing your life or the lives of people, period, to their life. And when you don't keep your eyes on your own life and you start to look into the lives of other people, that is when jealousy kicks in. It opens up a door for jealousy. It opens up a door for competition. It opens up a door for hate. It opens up a door for people to despise other people who did not, as they say, get it out the mud like they did. Sometimes when people have had to build something by themselves and they have had to gain or acquire certain things pretty much on their own without a strong support system or without people backing them up, they will always look at a man or a woman who seems to have gotten things either thrown at them easily, or people will give them things easily, or they will have someone come in their life that loves them just that much to where they want them to have the most comfortable, carefree life, easy life, stress-free life. You all may say, well, what is Kiki releasing this message for? Why is she talking about this? I'm talking about this because I want those of you who find yourself in a position where you are always explaining how your life is set up, and now you are feeling guilty, or there is an individual or several individuals who are trying to make you feel bad because of what your husband does for you as a wife, or even as a wife, what you do for your husband. And people are coming at you. People are placing labels on you. People are slandering you. Hold on, guys. People are slandering you. People are spreading rumors about you. People are perceiving you a certain way, or people make a lot of assumptions about you strictly based off them seeing your lifestyle, them seeing that you don't have the worries that they may have. Some people, it's very difficult for them being a parent. Maybe they are in a home where they are the only parent there, and for various reasons the mother is not there or the father is not there. And so them being by themselves, them having to work overtime to make money in order to feed and clothe their children, or even wake up every day to get their children ready. You may have the same amount of children that they have, but your life is easier, it's softer, it's more carefree. You have a mother there to help you. Maybe she lives with you. Maybe faithfully she comes to your house every weekend. You may have a best friend or a family member that comes to pick your children up, and they keep them 2 or 3 times out the week. Maybe you have appointed someone to pick your children up after school. Maybe you have someone to do grocery shopping for you. Maybe you have enough money to pay somebody to come into your house to cook meals or tutor your children or do some light cleaning around the house. Whatever it is, I want to let you all know, having a poverty mindset, having a mindset of you are supposed to struggle because that proves that you are truly anointed and favored by God, I want you all to also change your mentality. You never allow anybody out here on this earth to shame you because your lifestyle does not look like what they feel it should look like. If people don't know what you've had to fight through or go through, walk through, or even pull out of in order to live the life that you live, if people don't know conversations and establishments that you and your spouse have made, or you and certain family members have made, or you and friends have made, then stop explaining yourself to people. Stop trying to prove to people that you are humble. Stop trying to tell people that your life is not as easy as they probably think it is, because you don't owe people that, woman of God. You don't owe people that, man of God. When people don't really think, when they lack discernment, when people don't really know the benefits that come with walking with the Lord, they will always have a problem with with you, when you don't have to sweat, when you don't have to work your fingers to the bone, when you are not always toiling without a moment of rest and peace, serenity and calmness surrounding you. They will always have jealousy there towards you, hate towards you. They will always be confused about how somebody like you, that they don't care for, that they don't like, or that they've had run-ins with, they will always sit back and wonder and go back and forth in their mind, in their spirit, and amongst people that they hang with about the fact that you don't have to work. You don't have to go through what they go through. You can live a certain type of lifestyle, but they were made to work. They were made to go out here and do certain things to gain money, to gain opportunities, to get help. Let me tell you all something. When you are a child of God, when you are under the umbrella of the Most High God in heaven, you do not have to sweat, beg, manipulate, or do anything to get people to naturally, freely, sincerely, and purely love you and help you and open up their hands to you, even if that means you have a husband or a wife that does it. Because first of all, let me just be frank. When you're married, your wife is supposed to take care of you. Your husband is supposed to take care of you. But if you have a certain husband that makes more than enough money and you don't have to work and you can stay in the house, or you may not even be married, you may just be a single woman or a single man, and maybe you have family members and their hearts are touched and they help you out. They help you with your children. They allow you to stay with them and you can save money. You may do little things here and there. Whatever it is, you stop explaining yourself to people who have an issue with you because you have a carefree lifestyle. People don't know what it is you've prayed to God about. People don't know what you have asked the Lord. People don't know how long you've spent crying out to the Lord to change your lifestyle. See, a lot of people also don't open up the Bible. When you reach out to God and when you call on God, God will answer you. God will be quick in a lot of situations to do what it is you ask him to do concerning you. But when people are on the outside looking in, they don't understand that. They don't know that. So they will be quick to make assumptions about you, and they will feel that you are doing something extra. You are doing something underhanded, conniving. You are doing something behind the scenes, and that is how your life is set up the way that it is. They don't have all the facts. They don't have enough information. And so today, because I'm about to get out of here, I just want to remind you all again that having a carefree life is nothing that you need to be ashamed about. It's nothing that you have to keep overly explaining to people. It is nothing that you have to feel bad about. If you keep your eyes and your focus on your own household and your own life, and you know between you and the Lord what it is God has blessed you with, you don't have time to be jealous of the lifestyles of other people. You don't have time to be worried about how somebody doesn't have to work, or if they work, they don't have to work as many hours a week that you do. You don't have to worry about how somebody over there has all of that help with their child or with their children. You don't have to worry about that. And so I want all of you all, as my fellow beautiful brothers and sisters in Christ, to understand that sometimes as you walk with God, you will have a carefree life, because God wants you completely sold out to him. He wants your attention on him, and he will literally provide everything that you need around you. It's not for you to fumble it. It's not for you to take advantage of it. It's not for you to look down on anybody. Actually, if you have more of a carefree life, you can actually help those who are in need. You can be a blessing to them, and you can show them the reins of how it is you navigate in your everyday life. married or unmarried. That's the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have taken offense to anything I spoke about in this video, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.